So let's go ahead and get into it. Amir Khan versus Louis Collazo. This is going to be probably the best fight of the night, okay, on this Mayweather versus Maidana card. This Amir Khan versus Louis Collazo fight. This is definitely the fight that a lot of people are really thinking about, buzzing about, talking about. I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts, my predictions on what's going to happen in this fight. Um, I mean, both of these guys coming off of wins. Amir Khan coming off of that win versus Julio Diaz. He definitely didn't look very impressive in that fight. Before that, it was Carlos Molina. Thought he looked okay, but still not much improvements in the Carlos Molina fight. I mean, that was just a fight in which Carlos Molina just had nothing for Amir Khan. Didn't have the speed, didn't have the power to hurt him. So Amir Khan was able to make a lot of mistakes in that fight and just kind of get away with it because of Molina's lack of power. Moving on to the Diaz fight, some of those mistakes caught up with him. Some of those mistakes caught up with him in the Julio Diaz fight, and he got himself into big trouble. So Amir Khan doesn't appear to be a guy to me who's taken steps forward. He's taken a lot of steps backwards, and I've talked about that. Initially, a lot of people thought the move to Virgil Hunter was an improvement over Freddie Roach, but it's about that time to just admit that Amir Khan was better when he was with Freddie Roach, for whatever reason. Hey, I don't know if Alex Ariza was putting something in the water or what, but he was a better fighter when he was with Freddie Roach, plain and simple. He was just more offensive minded. Amir Khan is just not a fighter who has the coordination to have good defense. He's not. He's not good on the inside. He's not good at tying up. Sometimes his footwork is very clumsy. He overlaps his feet in the wrong way. So there's just really a lot. I could just kind of go down the list with this guy's flaws in the ring. The one thing that kept you honest was that hand speed, was that pressure. You know, go see the Zab Judah fight. I mean, Zab Judah is a better fighter than Carlos Molina. He's a better fighter than Julio Diaz. Why was Amir Khan able to beat Zab Judah maybe easier than a lot of people have been able to beat Zab Judah? It was with that pressure. It was with that offense that he was able to create. You know, and now he's just in there. I wouldn't even say being defensive minded, but just in there not really knowing when to throw and not to throw. You know, just because you throw a combination and run away doesn't mean you're not going to get caught at some point because of the way you throw your combinations. So, like I said, basically he just kind of hindered his own offense. But moving on to Julio Diaz, man, this guy's obviously on a win streak. He's looking good. He's coming off of the big win over Victor Ortiz. He's going to be the favorite in this fight at this point. I don't really see how Amir Khan can be the favorite coming into this fight. I think it's an upset if Amir Khan wins this fight. And I'm not going with the upset. I'm going to go with Julio Diaz. But I will say this. Amir Khan is probably going to win a few rounds. This is going to be a close fight. This is going to be a close fight. But I think the difference is probably going to be the knockdowns and maybe eventually a knockout by Julio Diaz somewhere in this fight. Amir Khan is also going through some Mayweather withdrawals again. And the whole reason that this fight is happening is because he's trying to get the Mayweather fight. So once again, we got classic Amir Khan not focused on his opponent, thinking about Floyd Mayweather. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. And you know, it just seems like Amir Khan is just destined to get stopped in this fight. And this looks like it's going to be the end of the road for Amir Khan. Now, I actually wouldn't mind Amir Khan winning because if he does, then, you know, from what I've heard, we're likely to see Amir Khan versus Adrian Broner as the next matchup. And I think that's the matchup that they're trying to make. Probably once again on a Mayweather undercard. Maybe it'll be its own card. Who knows? But I think that's a great matchup. You know, I would love to see Amir Khan versus Adrian Broner. I actually think that's a very winnable fight for Amir Khan. Obviously, they both got to get past their two opponents. And the way they both looked recently, who's to say that that'll be easy? I'll do my Adrian Broner versus Carlos Molina breakdown pretty soon. So I think that Louis Collazo just has all the tools to do what he wants with Amir Khan. He's got the better jab out of the two. I think he's got more power. He's just a more cautious boxer. He's not really going to rush. The only thing about Louis Collazo is that sometimes he could be a little bit slow-paced. And if Amir Khan is smart and can pick up on that and can get back to some of his old tendencies, I think he would have a good shot in this fight. If we were talking about Amir Khan from, say, 2010, 2011, that kind of Amir Khan, I would say, hey, he's got a pretty good shot. I would say that Amir Khan has a pretty good shot because of his speed. I would give him a really good shot if he could just apply pressure and keep Louis Collazo occupied like that way. But this version of Amir Khan that we've seen lately just doesn't really have the chance, in my opinion. His chin resistance has gone down dramatically at this point. I mean, his chin has just gotten worse over time. It's just been crazy to watch, really, to see how quickly Amir Khan's career has just kind of deteriorated. But yeah, I'm going with Louis Collazo. Probably a stoppage around, I'm going to say the 10th round. I think this one will go on pretty long. I think it's going to be a pretty good chess match. Both guys are going to have their moments. I think Amir Khan is still going to have his moments. But I think by the 10th round, he's just going to be too worn down. He'll have slowed down a little bit. And I think you'll see Louis Collazo close the deal at that point. That's my thoughts on this fight. Louis Collazo, 10th round knockout. You guys let me know what y'all think of this fight. What do you think about this card? And definitely be on the lookout for my Adrian Broner predictions. And I'm also going to talk about what's going to be next for Mayweather after he beats Marcos Maidana. You guys let me know what you think. Peace.